Chapter 1: The Doorway to Wisdom. John Locke, a philosopher of liberty, believed that true leadership springs from a quiet confidence in knowledge and reason. He once wrote about the importance of learning from experience, saying that experience and reflection should be the best teachers, and that there is no wisdom except that which guides action. His own path from a modest upbringing in Loughborough to becoming a chief scholar of the Enlightenment shows how curiosity and humility can propel a leader forward. The story that best captures Locke's view of wisdom is his time spent with the young people of Greenwich Observatory. He believed that instruction should come from observation, not merely from word. By encouraging students to record the stars and question the old maps, he turned a classroom into a laboratory of reason. This example illustrates a principle: let knowledge guide your decisions, and let every mistake become a lesson, not a failure. As a leader today, you can adopt Locke's approach by setting up weekly review sessions. After each project, write a brief reflection about what worked, what did not, and what could be improved. Do not shy from failure. Instead, treat it as the most honest form of feedback. Practical steps to apply his wisdom in your life. Schedule a daily 10-minute journal entry to capture insights from the day. When making a decision, pause, list possible outcomes, and weigh evidence. Create a small mentorship circle where you and your peers discuss recent challenges openly. The key takeaway from this chapter is that wisdom originates in a disciplined mind that learns continuously. Leaders who listen to their experiences, rather than to preset assumptions, grow stronger and more adaptable. If you feel inspired by this, share and subscribe for more wisdom and leadership insights. Reflective question: how can you transform today's obstacles into tomorrow's lessons? Chapter 2: Principles of Mindful Instruction. John Locke articulated several core principles that define his view of wisdom and leadership. 3 stand out with particular impact. 1, the value of freedom; 2, the necessity of fairness; and 3, the power of education. Locke's idea of freedom was not about chaos. It was about allowing individuals to act within reasoned limits. He believed that a society based on the liberty of citizens encourages innovation and stewardship. In one of his letters, he advised a governor to loosen strict rituals that hindered creative problem solving, thereby boosting civic engagement. Fairness, as Locke saw it, involved giving each person equal opportunity and judging actions purely on merit. He wrote that justice should be neither harsh nor lenient, but always the impartial voice of reason. An example of this was his support for fair trials in early American colonies, where he pushed for transparent evidence over coercion. Education was the cornerstone of his wisdom. Locke famously declared that an enlightened mind is a mind that knows itself. His educational reforms stressed critical thinking over rote memorization, encouraging every student to question and experiment. Motivational insight: great leaders do not impose order. They build structures that foster curiosity, reward fairness, and value individual liberty. How to use these principles today. In a team setting, create a transparent goal-setting process that everyone can influence. Apply equitable recognition, celebrating contributions based on impact, not tenure. Invest time in learning, both within and outside your field, to maintain a dynamic skill set. The takeaway here is simple. Wisdom equips you with the tools to lead without the need to control, by freeing people, staying impartial, and fostering continuous learning. Like, share, and subscribe if this resonates with you. Reflective question: what one policy or practice in your current environment could be redesigned to increase freedom, fairness, or education? Chapter 3: The Lockean Leader in Action. John Locke himself put his principles into practice in several phases of his career. Early on, as a professor at Cambridge, he designed experimental labs where students could test hypotheses about light and color. This willingness to experiment shows his deep trust in empirical evidence and rational debate. Later, when he served as chief scientist of the British Natural History Society, he championed the publication of the World Atlas, advocating for open access to knowledge rather than guarded collections. His encouragement of scientific collaboration across borders exemplifies the Lockean belief in shared wisdom. He was also known for his gentle but firm leadership style. In a conflict, Locke would first listen, then articulate the facts, and finally suggest compromise solutions that all parties could accept. This approach avoided resentment and built long-lasting trust among colleagues. From these stories, we learn actionable lessons. Create spaces where curiosity thrives. Hold regular idea-sharing sessions, not just performance reviews. Promote transparent communication. Publish key metrics and allow cross-departmental access. Resolve disagreements by grounding discussion in shared facts, then collaboratively constructing solutions. In concrete terms, set up a quarterly open science workshop for your organization, inviting external experts to share their findings. Draft an internal guide that explains the rationale behind every major policy, ensuring everyone understands the logic before they implement it. Adopt a conflict resolution protocol that prioritizes data and mutual respect over hierarchy or precedent. The core lesson from this chapter: effective leadership is humility paired with evidence-based action. Leadership that is open, generous, and analytical leaves a lasting impact. Share, like, and subscribe to explore more about how these timeless principles can modernize your approach. Reflective question: how can you incorporate one of Locke's practices, experiment, transparency, or fact-based negotiation, into your next project? Chapter 4: Modern Mastery of Wisdom. Today's leaders face speed, digital disruption, and unprecedented global challenges. Yet the Lockean blueprint remains strikingly relevant. Apply the principle of freedom by giving remote teams autonomy over their schedules while maintaining clear outcome-based metrics. This balances trust with accountability. Emphasize fairness by ensuring promotion criteria are objective and accessible to all team members, using data dashboards to track progress publicly. Invest in continuous education by sponsoring online courses, hackathons, or interdepartmental shadowing, turning your workforce into a living laboratory of innovation. Concrete example: you could roll out a monthly innovation challenge where every employee proposes a small improvement. Evaluate submissions based on impact and feasibility, and award small grants to implement winning ideas. Another strategy: foster a culture of reflective journaling. Offer a digital tool where staff can note insights daily, encouraging the Lockean habit of learning from experience. The key takeaway: wisdom is not a static treasure, but a mindset that adapts to change. Leaders who integrate freedom, fairness, and learning will navigate modern complexity with calm confidence. If you find this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom and leadership guidance. Reflective question: which one of the 3 Lockean principles feels most aligned with your organization's culture? A missing piece you can strengthen today. Chapter 5: The Path Forward. John Locke leaves us with a clear roadmap for future growth. Embrace curiosity, uphold fairness, and cultivate learning. By reflecting on these themes, you can sharpen your leadership acumen and ignite personal development. To move forward, start with small habits: daily reflection, open dialogues, and equitable recognition. Track your progress with an explicit metric: how many new ideas are acted upon monthly, or how often your teams feel empowered. Remember, wisdom grows through continuous questioning. Leadership thrives when those in charge trust their teams, stand for fairness, and invest in their collective intellect. Final takeaway: the quality of your decisions depends on the depth of your curiosity, the fairness of your processes, and the breadth of your learning. Unlock these, and you become a leader whose actions echo Locke's timeless call for reasoned liberty. Like, share, and subscribe if you appreciate a journey that blends philosophy with action. Reflective question: what is one new practice you will commit to this week that embodies wisdom, freedom, and fairness in your leadership?